Good morning. This is actually my very last meal here in Bolivia because today I am going to cross the borders to Peru and I'm going to do this by landway. So I decided to take you with me. It is 6:12 and very soon I'm going to start this journey and I will show you how this actually works, how you can actually cross the borders from Bolivia to Peru via landway. I just arrived at the bus terminal here in La Paz and I paid the tax of 2 Bolivianos 50, which is less than 50 cents actually, so not too bad. You always have to pay those taxes at bus stations to be able to leave the bus station actually. And now I am going to check out where my bus is leaving. I'm going to take a bus to Peru. There are various ways to get to Peru. Actually, there is a bus that takes you directly, which is what I'm going to do. But most buses actually stop in Copacabana, which is a small village on the border of Peru and Bolivia. And usually the buses will take you to that village. And then there you have to stop and you have to wait for like 1.5 hours for the next bus. And well, I guess there you also do the immigration things. I'm not sure how this is going to work out right now because usually I've done this quite often actually, to cross borders by landway, and I always took a bus to one village that is close to the border and then stopped there, did the immigration, and then took another bus at the other side of the border. So now I am going directly to Puno in Peru. I'm curious about how this is going to work out. I suppose the bus is going to stop at some point and we are going to do the immigration. But anyway, we will figure that out together. I just sat down in the bus and according to the schedule, the bus ride is going to take us in total 6 hours. It is now almost 7:30. At 7:30 we are meant to leave, so we'll see if we will be on time and if it really takes only 6 hours. I'm still excited to learn how the immigration process goes. Luckily, I am sitting in the first row. There's actually a sign in front of me and a lot of people pass by it and scan the QR code. Because if I wouldn't have sat here, I wouldn't have known that I actually needed to fill in a formula. So I just scanned the QR code as well. It's the basic information. You have to fill it out. There are questions like your name, of course, your passport, what you are going to bring into the country, if you have anything of high value and so on. So the normal things when you do immigration in a country, nothing special, but yeah, I just read that I need to fill out this formula and I have a QR code that states that I actually filled it out and I guess they will scan it at the border because it said I need to keep the QR code actually. So I'm happy that I did it now, also because I don't have internet on my phone anymore. So now while I'm at the terminal, I was able to do it. And we are now leaving with a small delay of only 11 minutes. We are now about 2 hours on the road and I can already see the Lake Titicaca. It's pretty far still. I can just see it a little bit, but still, it's the first glance. That doesn't mean that we are close though, because actually the lake is huge and it is divided more or less in the middle of the lake by the border of Bolivia and Peru. But I think in more or less 1 hour we will probably arrive at the border of Peru. We are now in the village of Desaguadero, which is the village on the border of Peru. I'm not exactly sure what is going to happen here now. Apparently we are going to stop. But this is an official bus stop, so it'll still be a surprise what we are going to do here and how I will do the immigration in Peru. Alright, that was quite an interesting experience. Actually, when we were in front of the border on the side of Bolivia, there was like a little checkpoint, but the police only talked to the bus driver and then we continued and we crossed the bridge over a river and then we were in Peru. And I was like, where's the immigration? I don't want to go. I don't want to enter the country illegally. And we kept driving for quite a while. And then there was like a crossroad where you could go either right or left. And we turned left to a center that you can see here behind me, and that center is a migration center actually. It is being shared by Bolivia and Peru. At this place we did both. We exited Bolivia and we entered Peru. So once we arrived, we were all asked to get out of the bus with all of our belongings. So we left the bus with everything, and then we lined up for the process of Bolivia, and we left Bolivia officially, got a stamp and everything, and then we lined up at a second line to do the immigration of Peru, and then we had to line up again, and we were being checked the QR code that I told you about before. Actually, it is very important to fill out the formula because they won't let you into the country if you do not have it filled out. So I think there's an option to fill it out here as well, but anyway, it's always better to be prepared. I'm very happy that I actually saw that sign in the bus before, and well, everything went all right. And then there was a last line, and that was the line for the scanner where they scanned all of our luggage. And well, everything went all right. They opened my bag because somehow my shampoo was a little bit suspicious, but well, anyway, we now left the center and we can go onto the bus again, and I guess we will leave in a little bit. There are still people being checked their luggage, and well, once everybody is ready, we are going to continue our ride to Puno. And we are now going to continue the trip to Puno in Peru. This whole process took us about 1 hour and 20 minutes, so quite some time, but it's also a whole bus that needs to go through the whole process. So anyway, I think it's about 2 more hours in the bus, and then we will arrive our final destination. I can't believe this, but I finally made it! We are in Puno, close to the Lake Titicaca, or right in front of it in theory, but unfortunately we got dropped off in the middle of nowhere. Apparently the whole city center is closed today because there are some festivities. I suppose it is because of Carnival. Anyway, I am a little bit far away from my hotel now and gotta walk all this way, which is a bit annoying, but anyway. Also, we do have a delay of 2 hours. So yeah, not the best bus ride of my life, to be honest. Especially the last 50 kilometers were quite rough because we were stopping and literally stopping. The driver turned off the motor a couple of times. I have no idea what was going on. So yeah, it was a bit annoying, to be honest. But anyway, we finally made it, and I cannot wait for my Peru adventures to start. If you want to follow me on my adventures through the country here in Peru, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and also feel free to check out my social media channels because you will always know exactly where I'm currently at. So make sure to check that out. My videos are always a little bit delayed. Now I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope you now got a good overview of how to get from Bolivia to Peru, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.